Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Serving Nerve. Today we're going to be checking out Cursed Foods TikTok edition. Listen, I work in the restaurant industry, and on top of that, I like cooking, and my mom's a chef. I feel like, it makes sense to just kind of break down foods and cringe at them hard. Feel the shame and dismay of humanity cast upon myself sheerly by the acts of consumption. And I also have a bowl of splooge that I will be consuming while I watch other people create splooge. It's a smoothie bowl, and no, there's no berries in it that are purple. I put spirulina and beetroot powder in this, so it looks like a falsification of health. It literally just tastes like sugar too. But yeah, let's cringe, shall we?
Hopefully you don't feel sick and you can get through this whole thing. If you do, enjoy, please, as usual, as you're doing everything else, like it, subscribe, comment. If you don't enjoy, then, do what you want. Dislike it if you want, I don't care.
I also picked the worst day to actually decide to eat food on camera, because we're going to be probably wanting to throw up by the end of this video. But I'm trying to be respectful, because honestly, there's probably some stuff that's not too bad on here.
Kid-friendly recipe. Kraft mac and cheese. Make it normal. This one. 1 pound of ground beef, cooked separately.
That sounds like something else. Yo, she got the sweet corn out, my guys. This looks like a struggle meal to me. I've eaten a lot of struggle meals in my life. These days, I can have the hipster's delight, you know? When I was younger, I remember, like, the ramen packets. You just cook them up. The endless ramen packets. The potato buns. The corner store consumables. And, this literally looks like something that I would struggle to eat. While struggling.
Can of corn, drained. Can of pork and beans, do not drain. Mix. We call this dinosaur eggs, and they love it.
Ah! Dude, what the fuck? Okay, one, please no, it's not consumable, we can't do this, but also, the last one, dudes. The fact that this is called dinosaur eggs makes me sad, honestly. But anyways, let's continue.
Dinosaur eggs. And they love it.
Wow. I see somebody is a sadist. Yeah, I definitely picked the wrong day to be consuming things whilst I watch videos, but I have to say, that's disgusting. You know, there was one really bad experience I had as a child. I'll tell you about it because this automatically reminded me of it. Okay, so we had this big ass kitchen table one time. I was living in California at the time. I was like 10 or 11 years old, and there was this goddamn bagel bag. It was buried under a bunch of stuff, but I was like, eh, whatever. So the bag's like exposed, open, right? And, there are bagels in it, so I just reach in to grab a bagel, and I withdraw my hand only to find it's covered in fucking maggots. It was not a pleasantry. That automatically reminded me of it. Long story about the bagel bag, there was something else on the table that I didn't realize was, like, rotting, and none of us realized it until they produced, and they kept producing. And then it started taking over the bagels. So, because we always had, like, paperwork and stuff on the tables, too. It was just weird. But anyways, that reminded me immediately of it, and I think I might cry. Or eat my feelings. I don't know which. I love that. I love a good boiled za, you know? Sometimes we always question ourselves when we do things. These people I don't think question themselves. I think they question reality. I think there's some kind of human drive to discover and explore the contents of a kitchen, only to find that all of your hope and faith have been drained. Just like that, I don't know, that pizza water, I guess? Like, who thinks of these things? And also, I don't know what this is, but it looks disgusting. I'm assuming this is blood. It looks like a murder scene. I'm suspecting this is blood. Tell me if it's something else, by all means, my people, but I'm suspecting it's blood. Let's make a thumbnail. I don't trust this. I don't trust what this is. I don't know what it is. I don't understand anything anymore. And I don't want to question reality. It now is looking a little bit like chocolate, so I'm getting scared. Oh my god, what if chocolate's just made of people? I'd still eat it.
Alright, that should be good.
No, no!
Pie crust.
No, they're not even seasoning the meat. Yo, meat in a pie crust? Alright, you know what? Get experimental, get naughty with it, get frisky. But please, please, if you're gonna pack your meat into that pie, alright, you're gonna get your digits in there. You gotta, at the very least, season that stuff. Come on, little garlic, little onion, little parsley. Or at least some salt, pepper. You know, garlic powder, onion powder. Any kind of spices. Anything. I see the lattice of bacon, too. I know what you're doing. You're gonna make a meat pie. And listen, we all like a good meat pie. Other than people who are... No, wait, we don't like a good meat pie. I don't know. This is ridiculous, though. I cannot believe this. Who comes up with these ideas? Like... I have a serious question. Like, do people just come up with these things? Or do they just, like, wing it? Like, they look in the fridge and they're like, I have this, this, and this. Let's make something. I'm going to burp in distaste at this. There. Problem solved.
Make your Velveeta cheese.
No! They've got the Velveeta. They've got the Velveeta. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry I keep just talking over it, but this is actually, like, a horror film. Like, this is actually... I've watched, by the way, Terrifier 2. Oh, it's the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's, like, everything I want in a horror movie. Just the excessive gore and illogical elements of it, and that one scene. But if you haven't seen it, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it for you. The point I'm trying to make, though, is I've seen a lot of horror movies. I love horror movies. They are not scary. This is horrifying. I'm not playing my hand at that. No.
Wow.
Biscuits and put it on top.
Oh, yeah? Hell yeah.
Okay, now we're just going to...
Wow. That was great. Wow, look
Wow.
at that.
Yep, perfect.
Wow, I feel this has to be like, could you imagine having to act so excited for something that's gonna be so disgusting? Like, this can't be good. Like, all the things on their own aren't disgusting, although Velveeta cheese I've never eaten because it literally looks like melted plastic and Play-Doh combined together, but, like, in general, like, people like Velveeta cheese. They like bacon. They like pie crusts. God, I love pie crust. Oh my god. I literally will make an apple pie and eat it drunkenly almost every other night. I'll do it. I'll tell you, my people, like, all of these things individually, biscuits, you know, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, deliciousness, consumables. We all love some consumables, you know, as I grope the air. But, like, I'm just telling you, dudes, this combination is a no-go. It's a no, my bro. Like, I'd rather be skinned alive than have that anywhere close to my skin.
Perfect. Okay, and we got a baking tray right there. Perfect.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna cut into it. Watch this. Look at all the
Wow.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a thumbnail with this. How good is this? Is this a fun thumbnail for you? Wow. This is so stupid. What am I doing? This is what happens. You give me internet access, and you give me a bunch of fucking shit to look at like this, and all I'm gonna do is put, like, food goop all over my face. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. Didn't think that this would be an OnlyFans. Okay, so back on it.
Ready. In there.
Let
Madam.
me see.
Oh, wow.
Oh
No,
my goodness,
no,
yes.
No. Oh my goodness, no. Please, God, it's a demon. It's a demon. This is, like, actually my nightmare fuel. I've never thought of not wanting to put meat in my mouth so badly. I would literally rather die than put that inside of me. It's just, like, you know, when they say a piece of the pie, they are not lying. Like, god dang, man. And if they taste this, I'm gonna be scared.
That looks so good.
That looks like a falsification of joy right there. That looks like a serious falsification of joy. I should not be eating on camera. This is just gonna make me throw up. This looks like depression at its finest. The oh god, I just want the views look. just like I did, with letting a delicious, gooey smoothie bowl dribble down my face, all for the camera, just to apply some level of clickability and ridiculousness. That is the face, that is the experience, and this is the life of this woman, entirely so. A true disappointment to humanity, I must full-heartedly admit.
It's so good.
You know what, actually? Like, it would be one thing if you were just into eating weird stuff, but the fact that you're acting like it's good, like, I've made some disgusting food before, okay? I'm not kidding. I've made horribly disgusting food so many times in my life. I remember there was this one time when I was a kid, and I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but there was this time I was a little kid, alright? I made curry, or my mom made curry, and I wanted more, and there was only so much. So I decided to put, like, underripe bananas inside of it, like, mashed up, to add more volume to the curry, by thinking also that bananas and plantains were, like, the same thing, and also thinking it was a good idea, and I still ate it, alright? I was a weird kid. I put a lot of weird things in me, I've eaten a lot of weird stuff, and I think we all have. And if you think you haven't, question yourself. But, you know, for all I know, you might not. You might be thinking, oh my god, you know, terrible, whatever, weirdness. We all eat weird stuff sometimes, you know? We all try things that are new, we learn what we like, we acquire our tastes, you know? As an infant, as a child, the only thing you can really taste is sweet. And then you start acquiring all your other tastes. So it takes time to develop, and this is why we all have different preferences and stuff. But the reality is that things like this, like these weird goo splooges of consumability, or inconsumability, are not created out of the sheer joy of consumption, but they are created to get clicks, views out of just random compositions of materials that are commonly enjoyed by the public. These are all iconic things that you can find in a typical grocery store, a household. They're also cheap and volumetrically disposable, so when you don't eat this, it's not that penalizing. It's not going to cost you $1,000. It's not like you're putting, I don't know, bananas with A5 Wagyu. It's like you're taking bacon strips and some Pillsbury dough and some, you know, Velveeta cheese and then a pre-made dollar store pie crust or whatever from Walmart or whatever the case is, and then you're throwing all it together with some hamburger meat and you're like, hey baby, this is it. This is life. And you know it's going to be mid at best. Like, all of these delicious compositions of things cannot be that tasty, Pops. It's just delusional. So they're just gonna not probably eat most of it, waste it. No one else is gonna eat it because it's weird. What are you gonna do, take it to your potluck? Like, I just, this is my criticism. It's like a waste. It's a waste of food. And it's a waste of, like, input. Like, it's a distraction. And I bet people will try it now. I won't put my time and effort into trying that.
It's so good.
That shit look bussin' on God, respectfully.
I can appreciate this level of trolling because I don't think that this is honest. But the idea of the food combination, like, I've seen this food combo trending with watermelon and mustard, and I can't imagine it being particularly good, mainly because, well, I could see it maybe being good, but the mustard would throw me off, because watermelon goes great with other things, like sour elements and, you know, salty elements. Watermelon and tahini, you know, spicy, salty, or, you know, something like that. Or I love lime with watermelon, or watermelon with some other form of acid on it to complement it. Lemon is great. It's like a watermelon lemonade or something, or like a watermelon slushy drink, but it's like in a whole food form. Really good stuff. But the concept of mustard is suboptimal at best.
Ah, that is bussin'.
Yeah, this is where we're going. Listen, alright? We can do OnlyFans all day, my lady. Please tell me you're not being serious right now. This cannot not be an innuendo for something else. If it is, like, I get it, okay? If there is any defense that this is legitimately just on the basis of consumption and no other form of action, then I will eat not just this bowl of stuff, but the entire bowl of ceramic itself in defiance of the laws of physics, because that's just not logical. Yo, you could just use a freaking knife or something, my guy. And also, like, yo, I bet it's tasty. It's like fresh sashimi or whatever kind of vibes. Although, the idea of eating just massive hunks of, like, fish with, like, no seasoning and then trying to get the seasoning on by dipping it in a bowl of, like, chilies and sauce, I feel like it wouldn't be that great. Like, this has a theme of ceviche, but it's, like, the point of ceviche is very finely cut up, or cut up enough to absorb and get all that flavor, and also to cook the fish by, you know, having it just bathe in acids. And I feel like it doesn't hit the mark, you know? It doesn't hit the mark. Okay, I'm just gonna point out, I don't even think I wouldn't like this. Like, it's basically like putting it, like, in a smoothie bowl or something, right? Like, I've never had milk, like real milk, so I don't know what it would be like. But if it's anything like oat milk or something, I think I have had real milk before. I think it would be good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gonna be slushy-ish, and it's gonna just make the cereal soggy, or it's gonna be, like, slidey, scrapey against your teeth. But I think this could work. This might be an innovation. I'll try it. I'll figure it out, and I'll try it. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch smacks booty. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I would eat a box of that any day.
Hey guys, today for breakfast, Rudy's getting some pork uterus, a pork tongue, some beef kidney and beef liver. He's also getting some cauliflower and blueberries, and lastly, a chicken foot.
It's your dog. I get it. I do not promote raw diets for dogs, particularly because, mainly to do with the potential biohazardous materials that can contract diseases and parasites, and the dog can lick things in your house, have contents on its mouth, and then track it all around your house. I would be more worried about those variables than the diet it's fed, although I am not certain as to if they're nutritionally adequate or there's any potential risk. Dogs can basically eat like an excess of cholesterol if they, you know, need to or whatever, and their bodies can upregulate it, I believe, with their livers. But there's also the proposition that you're supposed to be giving these omnivorous beings a predominantly low-fat, leaner meat spectrum, and also you're supposed to be making sure that they don't have exposure to the bones of certain things. And I'm completely forgetting the fact that there's heavy metals in a lot of these things, especially organ meats. So I would really wonder what the heavy metal contamination levels of these things are. I just don't think, like, I don't like the idea of giving dogs dog food that's, like, low-Q dog food, but I also don't like the idea of giving them raw stuff. You could just make your dog food at home and then nutritionally fortify it if you want. You can go to, like, vets or pet stores, get nutritional supplementation to make your own dog food, and then make it all appropriately. But, you know, I'm just not a fan of these things. I don't think it's a very smart move, but I could be wrong. And see, she's got a glove on, and maybe it's because it's gross. But the other reality is that it's a biohazardous material on a technicality. Like, it can contain a lot of diseases. So, I'm just saying, I don't know if I'd want to handle that kind of stuff. There was this one time with my ex, and this was so messed up. He, like, has no grasp of, like, cross-contamination. He got all this raw chicken from a butcher, and he, like, got chicken everywhere. Like, when, like, doing the packing of it, the whole place had to be sanitized after. And, like, he just kept on touching things with chickeny hands. The worst thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, PTSD worthy.
This is just regular.
No.
Okay.
No!
Velveeta?
They're back! They're back with the Velveeta, and they've got hot dogs this time! This is illegal. This is a sin. This is honestly depressing. I've become depressed as a result of this. And it's been a while since I've been depressed.
Whole block. And you're just going to cut it right onto
Oh,
the
wow.
top. Look at that. That looks really nice. Okay, great.
The scissors, my guy. The scissors are throwing me off too. Like, they had this planned out. They were like, listen, she's a brick of Velveeta. We gotta get the scissors out. next thing's next is they're gonna get some like shears or something.
Look at the way it all fits that
Yeah,
way.
it's beautiful, right?
It's like a checkerboard of cheese. It's like the sins of your past coming back to haunt you. Only with hot dogs and pasta in a baking unit. Jeez Louise. No!
Shake it.
No, she's got the milk. Oh god, they're gonna do this in the oven.
You want to make sure you cover
Oh, she's
the
chunky.
pasta, because that's how the pasta's gonna cook.
Oh yeah.
Pop that right.
That's illegal. That is illegal. Okay, there's no way. Look at that. Go back. There's no way that milk is going to cook that pasta. That pasta's legit. Look at that. Look at her. She ain't even full, like, over the pastas. Yo, my Italians, my bloodline, we're getting scared, man. This is legit how to commit, like, an atrocity. Like, it's like an attempted murder.
That's how the pasta's gonna cook.
It's not gonna cook.
It looks really good.
What did the cheese do? Did it...
I have a serious question. What is she doing for him to get him to play along with this shit? I'll let you think about that, my people.
Cheese melted all over the pasta, okay?
Uh-huh.
The pasta's nice and soft. The hot dogs are perfectly cooked inside.
Wow, look
at
at
that.
this.
No!
Okay?
No!
Slice it down the middle, slice it down the middle.
My dude.
Sit right down the middle here. Look.
Wow, yum.
Mm-hmm.
Your pasta looked a little under, but I could be wrong. They're just like weirdly boiled hot dogs that have been boiled in like the steam of cheese and milk, and the Velveeta is burnt on the top. This looks like sadness. They got lazy. Look at that. They got lazy. They didn't even fill some of them. What's going on? Why are there holes that aren't filled, alright? What do you think this is? TikTok made you do nothing. This is depressing. This is like, actually, I could see it working. At least, you know what? I have to commend them. At least they boiled the water and boiled the noodles before stuffing them with cheese. And it looks like it's just mozzarella sticks. So, although it's incredibly inconvenient to be filling these, at least it's literally just mozzarella inside of some pastas. Honestly, that is not unlike any other kind of stuffed pasta. We've done stuffed shells before. Oh, they are amazing. And you can do it basically this way. It's just a little easier because you can take like a spoonful of the filling and then put it inside of the pasta. And then, you know, you do your typical sauces and all that good stuff. It's actually wonderful now that I think about it. So this I could see is working out. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that, my people. That one's not bad. Honestly, I'll tip my hat to that. I think that would work.
Some chocolate soup for dinner tonight?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Chicken, slightly overcooked, and some chocolate.
Try.
I feel like she's lying. I don't think that's actually chocolate. I think that's actually curry, like Japanese curry cubes, and she's lying for views. If it's actually chocolate, I will not be able to live with myself anymore knowing this is what people do to themselves. Although I've not really watched a lot of inappropriate things on, like... No, actually, I've watched a lot of bad things online. This is up there. Really messed up, my guy. It better not be chocolate. I bet it's Japanese curry. It looks like Japanese curry in color. So, I don't know.
Chocolate.
My Asian mum-in-law taught me if you put tea bags and sugar in cold milk, just a little bit more. Oops. Anyway, leave it in the fridge for a few hours. You will notice it becomes milk tea jelly. Try it yourself.
God, it looks like just rotten milk. My dudes, is this just rotten milk and they're doing a troll? Because I don't think this is how, there's nothing to gelatinize. You literally have to rot the milk, or like do something to congeal the milk. If you use milk, tea bags, like I don't think there's anything contained in the tea bags that can help solidify milk. So if you have milk, sugar, no gelatinized products, no gelatin, no nothing, I don't think this would work. I think it would just be like, literally just milky, watery tea with sugar in it. It would be just like sweet milk or something.
Jelly. Try it yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what is that?
No. No, please.
Oh my god! What is that?
Oh. It's cum. How nice. I also am eating cum. That's nasty. Gatorade pasta. Like, come on, my guy. Get good. Get good. Get good or get out. Oh god, oh fuck, oh fuck. I'm sorry, you need to know this. Wet hair is my #1 grossness. Hair and food, so nasty. It literally makes me want to throw up every time I think about it. And seeing this atrocity is like, all of this smoothie bowl would come right back up if I look at this for another few seconds. I'm gonna still look at it though. God, it's just so disgusting. It's honestly impressive. I am actually impressed. I don't know what this is. I don't know why there are blueberries on top of it. I don't know why there's hair all over it. But I'm impressed. It is disgusting, and I'm impressed by it. Oh, how comforting. Wow. 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 That's a lot of chewing noises. My people, I might be a pig, but I don't think I'm gonna get eaten like this one. That poor Bee-Bah has been, like, mutilated, decimated for consumption, only to be thrown on the internet for clicks and views while some girl pretty much, like, makes out with your flesh while consuming it. It's like a succubus or something. This video was by TikTok Unlocked, by the way. It was a compilation by TikTok Unlocked, so check them out. TikTok Unlocked. Yeah. 290 subs, 133,000 views 2 years ago. Check them out if you want. And I'm disappointed in humanity, but also impressed by the insanity, so I'm not sure what I was expecting from this. I don't think I should have eaten while watching this for obvious reasons. But I am trash, so not too bad. Anyways, send me things that you want me to break down. And that was the video. Basically, word of advice. We all have weird food combinations and stuff, but I feel like everybody's just kind of broadcasting things to be, like, provocative in a sense. Like, if this is actually the kind of stuff you enjoy, hey, enjoy it. You know, it's just life. But the reality is, to be broadcasting yourself with such foods just to be provocative it's a weak move in my opinion, but I also did that the entirety of this video, so I'm a hypocrite. And I can live with being a hypocrite because at least I'm not making TikToks about foods that I'm not going to eat, just waste, and also use Gatorade to boil pasta in. This world's weird. I don't like our timeline very much today. Jeez. Give suggestions, my dudes. Leave links if you want. Direct me. By all means. Like, there's always gonna be something to be, like, working on, breaking down. So, yeah. Anyways, that was the video, my people. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, I'll see you later. Slater.